on Bulletin Board this week. From global prayer days to master guide validations, a special feature with Pastor Gavasev, another big question with Njabulo, to mental health talks and couples retreats. You're watching Bulletin Board. And here we are in our very first live premiere of Bulletin Board in our new time slot for the very first time. And yes, I do love firsts. I'm so glad you've joined us for this week's edition of Bulletin Board. We have lots to cover, so let's get right into it. On the 10th of March, the GCAMR hosted a global prayer day with different time zones and everything, with the keynote speaker being the president of the General Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, Elder Ted Wilson. I know this already happened now, but I'm going to find out more about it. And then just this past Friday evening, 15 March, AY Good Times presented AY Good Talks at Lansdowne SDA Church. Let's talk self-esteem with the AY Good team: Joshua, Christian, Rachel Ann, Rebecca, and Kurt. AY Good Times, AY Good Talks, AY Good team. Oh, look at branding, guys. I trust you're enjoying the new week in your car that was treated to a car wash at the Riverside Adventurer Club's car wash and bake sale. Why am I now thinking that I must check that you didn't now go and eat some of the baked goods in your car that was already washed because crumbs? But I'm not going to say that. Also, yesterday, Sunday 17 March, the Silver Leaf Church had a summer fun market. I loved seeing that massages, horse rides, and blood pressure tests were included at a fun market. And then I was reminded of last week's feature on Bulletin Board, but also my nerves were finished because I hoped that I didn't have to eat my words. I want to say to all the master guides out there, you can't just be a master guide and then put that on your CV. There's work to be done. Amanda has just explained to you exactly what you can do at your church. Get involved. Put yourself in there. I felt so hopeful when I had last week's feature discussion with Amanda, but I was not prepared for how ready we actually are. There were so many master guides who turned up for the master guide validation. And we are learning every day on Bulletin Board. I was given a little crash course on how this works. Turns out it's like renewing your license, your driver's license. You validate your master guide status in person every 3 years based on the dates on your badge. So the ones who were at the validation last weekend are only a portion of the total number of active master guides at any given point. Bulletin Board at your service. There were so many reasons to be excited about Global Youth Day 2024, where thousands of young people around the world engage in service projects in their communities, towns, and cities. Well, Bulletin Board was there. We spoke with Pastor Gavasev, the Southern Africa Union Youth Director. Hear what he had to say. Hey everyone, we're here at Global Youth Day, showing up in the cities in Paarl. And I have with me Pastor Joseph Gavasev. He's actually, everybody calls him Uncle Joseph apparently. So, Uncle Joseph, would you tell everybody a bit about yourself?
Okay, hi everybody. Show up in the cities. You can see I'm dressed up nicely. I hope you also dress up. I'm Pastor Joseph Gavasep. I'm from Namibia actually, originally. But I'm in youth director, SAU youth director. 4 countries I'm covering: Namibia, South Africa, Lesotho, and Swaziland. We are here, Global Youth Day. What a day. Beautiful day. That's what we're here for. What else do you want to know?
That's awesome. So you 4
4
countries?
countries, yes.
Which countries are those?
Namibia, Lesotho, Eswatini, South Africa.
Wow, that's amazing. We're speaking to an international coverer of countries here. So, Pastor, what exactly did you come and do at this Global Youth Day here in Paarl?
Okay, very good question. Global Youth Day is a day when young people are getting out to make a difference in their community. It can be different things. It depends on, we ask creativity. We says you can clean, you can talk, you can give food passes. I'm here for that purpose. I was invited by the Paarl East Church through the conference, and I'm here to participate to see what's happening. I'm actually very attracted by Western Cape because of some other moral issues probably. Many beautiful young people here who are caught up in the ills of this world. So I'm here to see what can we do to impact the young people here.
Beautiful, beautiful. What would you say to a young person who isn't here today? What encouragement can you give them?
Wow, you miss it out. You miss it big time. We are still busy here. If you're in the vicinity of Paarl, please come and join us in the afternoon. Encouraging you. Some young people probably are thinking of contemplating to commit suicide now. Some have given up hope. Some are asking, why Jesus? Why Christianity? And I'm just want to encourage you. Yes, things are tough. Things are not as, there's no answers to your questions. Things are not good in your life now. But don't give up. Don't give up. Keep on hoping. Call out to others. If you are depressed, if you have challenges, talk to someone. Please talk to someone. Go out and talk to somebody. I believe, I'll pray that God will answer your prayers. Not now, probably, but I can guarantee you one thing. This world will end very soon. And we are God ushering in a new world. So let's keep on to that hope to see Jesus face to face.
That's so beautiful. Don't you think that's beautiful? Thank you so much, Pastor, for joining us. We really appreciate your time, and we really appreciate your presence here in Paarl today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
A tiring but beautiful few hours spent in awe of our youth. The whole experience also left me marveling at the energy, man, that our leaders have. Organizing these kinds of events can get quite hectic. In this week's edition of The Big Question, Jabulo tackles one of the broadest roles in church. Check this out.
Welcome, viewers, to The Big Question. My name is Njabulo Choma, and today I'm joined by Sister Eloise Johnson here at Belleville SDA Church. Welcome, Aunt Eloise.
Thank you.
So today we want to talk about deaconry. So I would like to ask you, have you ever been a deacon?
No.
You have never been a deacon?
No.
Would you like to become a deaconess?
Maybe in a couple of years' time, but not now because I'm very involved with the children now and the lesson study and personal ministry. So maybe when I stop that, then I can become a deacon. Yeah.
So what does deaconry mean to you?
For me, a deacon is like a junior elder, if I can call it that. For me, they perform some of the subtasks that an elder would perform. For example, visiting homes and praying with people, finding out or asking other members who needs help, like if they know people who need help. The facilitation or the maintenance of the church, watching over hooks and crannies and ensuring our safety. I think it's so broad. Yeah.
Do you think it's important for us to have deaconry in the church?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because if we didn't, how would you feel just walking into a church, no one's greeting you, there's no one looking outside and checking in the world that we're living in now with security and crime. There's no one checking if your vehicle is okay, if you okay, because I think our churches are so open to vulnerability, and we trust everyone that we allow anyone to come in. So if we didn't have deaconry, we wouldn't have that first step into watching over us. And I mean, there's so many other things I can mention, you know?
I thank you for that, Auntie Louise, because I think it is very important for us to have a deaconry within the church, because it helps assist us in ways that as church members sometimes we won't be able to. Obviously, there's things like communion that they also assist with, and I think it is not just all about taking money. So yeah, I think thank you for that, Auntie Louise. Thank you for coming on the show, and folks at home, thank you for tuning in today. We hope that you enjoyed this, and this was the big question. Join us next time.
I'm loving these questions. Thanks, Jobs. It's important for us to consider all these roles in church and what they mean to us as a church community. We'll have another big question for you next week. And now for events coming up. On the 23rd of March, Plumstead SDA Church will be hosting a mental health talk. Dr. Stella Mokitimi will facilitate the talk, dealing with anxiety, depression, and stress from 1500 to 1730. I love this. Thank you, Plumstead SDA Church, for prioritizing our mental health. There's an annual camp meeting over Easter weekend at Hartenbos. Now, don't get confused and stuff, no? Listening is a skill. There was a camp meeting that was going to happen, and then we heard that it's not happening anymore. This is not that camp meeting. The next few events are coming up a little further ahead, but they may require, depending of course on your bank account era, some financial planning and at the very least, some budgeting. Maybe we should do a feature on that at some point. Okay, honestly speaking, I'm struggling a little with the visual here. It's giving cinematic Armageddon, war zone, camo, and waar brandt het? Be that as it may, the Adventist Men's Congress is happening from 3 to 5 May 2024. There's a smallish registration fee, and because it's at Hartenbos, there will also be costs involved for accommodation and food and so on. Planning, people. I hope GYD has inspired you, and now it's time to act on that inspiration. From 14 to 17 June, the Southern Africa Union Senior Youth Congress is happening in Namibia. Dust off your passport. We're going international. The Western region of the Cape Conference is planning a mission trip and congress for our ambassadors from 1 to 7 July this year. Save the date. This is going to be special. What if I told you that there's a reservation at the Premier Hotel in Knysna with your name on it? If you're a couple, that is. Technically, that would then be 2 names on the reservation, but we're not getting technical. The important thing here is that there's an investment of 5,800 Rand per couple. So that's why I mentioned planning earlier on. It can work. Speak to me if you need a savings plan template. The point is, if you're planning to go to the Stronger Together Couples Retreat from 30 August to 1 September 2024, your registration includes a welcome pack, a photo shoot. I'm ready. A welcome gift, a renewed vows certificate, accommodation, buffet meals, and seminar material. Okay, so you just need to get yourself there. And of course, you need to be a couple. In news from our channel, did you see? The Humalong set is on the move. We're at the Belleville SDA Church for the remainder of Season 3. Who knows? We may pitch up at your church next. In this past Friday evening's episode, we loved getting to share and sing with Dandeline Sylvester and Lovell Peterson. Watch it again if you haven't yet done so. Our channel is growing. Thank you for growing with us. And if you want to get involved, here's how. Everyone here is a volunteer. It's not always easy, but we love doing it, and we'd love to do it with you too. So if you would like to volunteer to come and do anything, even catering, no? If you would love to come and volunteer to cater, to work on the set, to do anything, if you have a skill that you recognize scrolling up on the screen, please contact us at the email address on the screen. We look forward to working with you. Thank you for the catch-up. Be sure to join us next Monday evening at 1900 for another live premiere as we check out the Bulletin board. My name is Lisa Marie Smith. Nibene werk imnandi. Sien julle volgende keer.